Good evening, everybody.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Got a capacity crowd inside Vivint Smart Home Arena here in downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. We'll see the New York Knicks taking on the Utah Jazz. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. Now let's get a quick pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder.
Guys, he told me their primary focus of the pregame discussion was defense. He said they're dealing with a very sophisticated offense, and it's going to require an outstanding effort from his players at the defensive end to come out on top. Let's see if that's the effort they get. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. A lot of experienced veterans in tonight's game, which brings up a question, Brent. We often see freshmen dominate in college, but it usually takes years for someone to have that same domination in the pros. Why the difference?
I don't know, Kevin. You've been watching the last 4 or 5 years. Doesn't it feel like the young guys are coming in and doing damage right away?
I see them exactly. Their fingerprints have never been more bold and impactful than right now.
I agree. The last decade has shown some of the incredible talent and young talent that the league has been able to find, and they've come in and done a remarkable job with each of their opportunities.
So the New York starting five, Porzingis and Hernan Gomez, are together down low. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Ntilikina, and it's Lee in at the three. Gobert the screen, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Here's Ntilikina. Hernan Gomez kicks to Hardaway. High arcing shot, and it's good on the layup.
Solid screen there. Willie do good with the footwork.
Rubio with it. Gobert the screen. Good on the wing, covered by Lee. Lock at 6. Gobert with a screen for Hood. Gobert the screen. Hood can't get it to go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Porzingis passes to Lee. Back to Porzingis. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And watching Porzingis play, you forget how tall he really is in terms of how he moves. Not only how quick he is, but also that skill set. Incredible that a player his size won the skills competition in last year's All-Star festivities.
That free throw good from Porzingis. And that is what fools a lot of NBA fans about Porzingis. Most of the highlights, Greg, you see are his blocks and putback dunks. But if you watch his game, you see that skill level.
It's rare to see a player who's the complete package like Porzingis. I mean, he's fluid. He's got the easy-looking shot. It almost looks like he's a guard shooting the basketball, comfortable creating for himself or playing off others.
I don't think it'll ever go away with Porzingis on draft night getting booed by the home crowd. And now, nothing but love.
Now, here's Ingles. There's the screen. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. He used that pick to perfection.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Gobert, and Rubio kicks to Gobert. Jazz passing it around. Gobert the screen. Rubio dishes to Gobert, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
And you look back early in his career, Rudy Gobert, he kind of clogged things up just as much at the offensive end as he did defensively. And I tell you what, though, he's made significant strides, becoming much less of a liability on offense.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Loose shots.
The first free throw is good. And Gobert last season with career highs in field goal percentage and free throw percentage.
And he averaged double figures for the first time in his career. If you ask me, he'll be a walking double-double in this league for a long time.
He hits both from the stripe. Here's Ntilikina. The pass to Porzingis. Over Johnson. And Porzingis again. Porzingis has got 5 now.
Porzingis able to score on all 3 levels. Defensively, you just can't leave that guy alone.
Rubio the pass to Hood. Johnson outside. Passes it to Gobert. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And one issue that has come up for the Knicks in their quest for success, Brent, is their lack of continuity.
Maybe one problem, Kevin, is that the New York Knicks organization feels just a bit too cliquey between ownership and then management, and the coaching staff, and that there just hasn't been the kind of connectivity that you need in order to make things grow organically. It's been very forced in New York City, and until they find that right combination, the struggles can continue.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And so it's New York with it. Outside, Porzingis. Lee kicks to Porzingis. Over Johnson. And again, it's New York.
Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
And here's Rubio. Pass to Johnson. There's the feed to Hood. Gobert with a screen on Lee. Here's Hood. Plays it up and banks it in. He's got 5.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble. Pretty clear that for the New York Knicks, the next best big thing in the city is Kristaps Porzingis. This franchise knows that he's the future and also the present, so he'll be the star that they build around in years to come.
One is off. And for KP taking over as the best player on his team, Brent, he's probably earned it. Fantastic play from him, and he has far surpassed expectations.
Well, I think he showed some great signs last year. In his first year, his rookie campaign, he really struggled coming down the stretch. And I think whatever he did in the offseason to prepare himself for his sophomore year got him through the season much more consistently. But how lucky were the Knicks to get this guy, and we'll see if he ends up becoming the cornerstone of what they do in the future.
Now here's Johnson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Hood can't get it to go. For New York, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here.
The young Spaniard Hernan Gomez, a good finisher around the basket.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Rubio outside. Gobert the screen. Pass to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On the wing, Ingles. His three-pointers off the mark.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Now the pass to Hernan Gomez. Johnson over to help. New York moving it around. No good from Lee. For Utah, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Rubio dishes to Hood. On the wing, Ingles. Another miss by Utah. The Knicks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Dishes it to Hardaway. Hernan Gomez passes to Hardaway. Oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Joe Johnson picks one up.
And looking at the career of Courtney Lee, has hopped around from team to team a bunch of times and always a valued teammate, but just hadn't stayed on one team for very long.
The first one falls. And with Lee, you know exactly what you're going to get with his defense and shooting.
And Lee is always going to be a wanted commodity. His ability to defend and shoot aren't easy to find, and you just hope he's able to kind of settle into a long-term situation.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Jazz trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The dish now to Johnson. Ingles kicks to Rubio. He feeds it to Gobert. Here's Hood. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Hood's got 7.
Right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
They set the screen. Kicks it to Hardaway. Connects from three-point range. Hardaway has got his second basket of the game.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
Johnson kicks to Rubio. Gobert the screen. Rubio dishes to Hood. Nice spin off the left rim and in. He's got 9.
I give some credit to the screen out there. That totally freed up the shooter to take advantage of that look.
Here's Ntilikina, covered by Rubio. Pass to Ntilikina. Here's Porzingis, and the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Well, his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
Now, here's Rubio. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Hood kicks to Gobert. Rubio right side. Off the screen, and again it's Utah.
And now you can see the D having problems stopping the mid-range jumper, just not really closing out as much as they need to.
Hood against Lee. Outside, Porzingis. Here's Ntilikina. Stolen by Rubio. Feeds it to Hood. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touched by Lee.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
And the Jazz making a change here. Burks is checked in. Here's Johnson. Gobert, the pass to Burks. Johnson dishes to Gobert. Burks kicks to Johnson. Passes it to Burks. Shot clock at 6. Gobert with a screen for Rubio. Over Hernan Gomez. Kept alive. Here's Gobert. And that one is off. The Knicks leading by 3. To the middle. Here's Ntilikina. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Ntilikina's got his first points of the game.
And you can see he's been working on that post game. Ntilikina showing some skill set down on that low block, using that length to his advantage.
Now here's Gobert. He has 5. Nice ball movement by Utah. Hood against Lee. They grab their own miss. Nice hit again. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Jazz have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses.
And the Utah Jazz, historically, they've always been one of the better franchises in the NBA. And it was nice to see them back in the playoffs in 2017 after that 4-year rebuilding phase. It tied their longest playoff drought since the team moved to Utah.
Derek Favors checked in for Hood. He doesn't get the second one. And this Jazz organization operating in a small market, but over the years, so competitive.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of times teams want to take shortcuts to contention. The Jazz know they're not going to win the free agent bidding wars. That creates a kind of discipline that they're looking to build from within.
The Knicks have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. And he makes the first. Brent, when you were playing, your ability to pass and shoot, and you were 6'7", really a positionless player before the term became popular. You could play so many ways, in so many different positions all over the floor. I would think that would fit today's game perfectly.
Well, it's nice of you to say, Kevin. I'd like to think that I was a bit of a switchblade player, especially the way the offenses now are expanding to the three-point line and giving guys with creativity a lot of room to operate. And if the first available shot's an open 3 for a guy on your team, I could probably sink my teeth into something like that.
You like positionless basketball? What, do you like watching it now?
Well, that's the way I play defense, Kevin, positionless.
Now here's Lee after the miss from Joe Johnson. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Rubio dishes to Johnson. Pushing it up. Here's Hardaway. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
And Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of the legendary point guard who played for the Warriors as part of Run TMC. Tim Jr., though, Brent, is a shooting guard.
Well, Tim Jr. is a guy I saw walk into the gym when I was a young NBA player, as Tim would bring his son to the summer workout. So I've known that kid a long time. He's not a kid anymore. He's been playing like a man, has waited for his opportunity, and last season had his best overall season of his career.
That free throw good from Hardaway. Jerebko's checked in for Gobert. Then for the Knicks, Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Porzingis. McDermott comes in for Courtney Lee. And it's Baker in for Ntilikina. Hardaway hits them both.
And Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of a former all-star point guard. Junior, not maybe the same ball handler his father was, but he can sure fill it up. And I really feel like he's established his niche in the NBA.
Now, here's Burks. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Favors with the screen. A floater. Burks can't get it to go.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Here's Cantor. Hardaway kicks to Baker. There's a screen by Cantor. Lets it go from deep. And the Knicks miss again. And Hardaway Jr., a 6'6" shooting guard out of Michigan. Talk about his game a little bit for us, Greg. Analyze where he is.
Above average in terms of his athletic ability, improving defensively, and right now he's playing off the ball, whether spotting up or filling the lane. I think this guy's got a chance to be special. He's passionate, and boy, does he compete.
Here's McDermott. Derek Favors making his last shot. McDermott kicks to Baker. Now Cantor. Outside Hardaway. And the Knicks miss again.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Jerebko, the pass to Johnson. Here's Favors. Cans the shot with nobody near him. And now just a 5-point New York lead.
Well-coordinated shot mechanics, especially for a guy with his length.
Yeah, he's certainly able to shoot over the top of people. High percentage look right there from the mid-range.
They set the screen. McDermott kicks to Cantor. There's a screen by Cantor. Baker. New York, no good that time either.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass, and a contested three is not your objective. One more, maybe.
Now, here's Exum. Just 5 to shoot. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. McDermott with a steal. And that does it for the first quarter. Knicks lead by 5. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
A nice game plan coming in, and right now sticking to it. It's a nice lead that they have.
And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Jazz, Exum and Burks, their backcourt. Jonas Jerebko out there with Mitchell. And it's Favors in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. 5 on the clock. Noah the screen. McDermott for 3. Rebounded by Exum. Jazz trail by 5. Here's Mitchell. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Baker kicks to Cantor. Cantor sets the pick for McDermott. They set the pick. Noah kicks to McDermott. From deep, Thomas. It's rebounded by Derek Favors. Here's Mitchell. Tries again. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Yarebko.
Great positioning on the glass, jumping all over that miss and sticking it back in.
Here's Baker. Noah the screen. Baker kicks to Cantor. And the rejection by Favors. Thomas against Burks. Favors with the ball. Burks kicks to Favors. Favors with the screen. Here's Mitchell. Offensive rebound. And Derek Favors with the slam.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
Well, especially when the game is this close, you recognize with your instincts the opportunity to help your team out. Just never flinched.
Here's Thomas. After the basket by Utah. Here's Baker. And the Knicks miss again. Burks with it. Now Thomas defending. Burks dishes to Favors. Over Noah. And that misses. That would have put him up. The Knicks with the lead. McDermott passes to Thomas. And it's in there.
Timeout, timeout.
And Brent, you went up against Hornacek as a player and even defended him a couple times. What was it like playing against Hornacek, the player?
Well, I want you to ask Jeff Hornacek if I defended him, because I thought I did a good job, and sometimes the box score didn't reveal it. But what a tremendous shooter, a great off-ball mover, certainly in that system with John Stockton. And if there was any room, Kevin, that I gave Jeff Hornacek, and trust me, there was plenty of times I did that, he was knocking down jump shots. One of the most efficient players in Jazz history.
Jazz with some changes. Woods checked in for Mitchell. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Dante Exum. And then for New York, Porzingis is coming in for Joakim Noah. And it's Ntilikina in for Lance Thomas. Now, here's Rubio. And Favors kicks to Rubio. He dishes it to Hood. Nice ball movement by Utah. Stolen. And a fast break now for the Knicks. For the finish, throws down off the coast-to-coast drive.
And Ntilikina is a blur in the open court, so fast and has a terrific feel for which route to take in transition.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another Unleash Chaos moment. And that one is good. Favors has got 8 points.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Outside, Porzingis, and Derek Favors picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And he can't afford to be that careless. They need him out there on the floor, so he has to avoid fouling again in this period.
Porzingis passes to McDermott. Shot clock at 6. Poked away and stolen by Favors.
That's a bad turnover right there, but aside from that one, I think they've done a good job controlling the pace and the ball during the game.
The Knicks leading by 3. Here's Baker. McDermott kicks to Cantor. There's a screen by Cantor. Here's Ntilikina. No good. Shot missing. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Rubio outside. Out to Hood. 6 on the shot clock. Stripped it away. Baker passes to McDermott. Over Hood. Utah with the rebound. Urebko's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Burks. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Burks has got his first 2 points.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Pass to Porzingis. Favors brings the double and stolen by Favors. Hood kicks to Rubio. The feed to Urebko. The pass to Burks. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Right now, Brent, so much ball movement is perimeter based, but as defenses have adjusted, do you think we'll see more offense run through the post again like we did before?
I think what we're seeing, Kevin, is that post-up play is being redefined by more guards, more guys who draw attention down there on the block. And that's the way these shifts are happening. The offense right now in today's NBA is so far ahead of what defensive concepts have taught you for years that the post-up game, it'll be a few years before we get back to dynamic post-play.
I find that comment you just made fascinating, that it's that much advanced over the defense now.
Yeah, because think about it, Kevin. For years and years, you've had coaching staffs and film guys talking to you about the basic qualities of a defense, and that is rim runs for the big, getting back into the paint, and building your defense out. You do that today, you're at a disadvantage on most every possession.
New York's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Hardaway kicks to Lee. There's the pick. Back to Hardaway. Fader on the way. A rebound by the Jazz.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Gobert the screen. Burks dishes to Gobert. 5 to shoot. Here's Ingles. Another miss by Utah. The Knicks shooting 43% for the game. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Here's the floater, and that's 2 points on the layup. Hardaway has got 11.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
Burks kicks to Gobert. Put on the wing. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Rodney Hood played 1 season at Mississippi State, then transferred, played another season at Duke. A good floor spacer, Greg, at 6'8".
You know, it's his in-between game that impresses me. Able to beat his man off the dribble. He can hit that little pull-up or drop it off to a teammate. This guy continues to improve.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shot.
First one falls for him. And the Utah Jazz back in 2014, the worst defensive team in the league by points per possession. Greg, it's been a dramatic turnaround.
One of the premier defensive teams now in our league in terms of their imposing paint presence. Not a team that gambles for steals or deflections. They keep you in front and force you to play over the top. In last season, the Knicks raised expectations with some of those big free agent signings and trades in the prior year. And let's face it, things just didn't work out quite how they had planned. Some would say they underachieved. Hard pill to swallow for a fan base that went into the year with so much hope.
Lee gets the bucket.
Good job by Courtney Lee catching the defense by surprise.
Jazz trail by 3. And here's Rubio. Gobert the screen. Now Rubio. On the wing, Ingles. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And a big problem for the Knicks in their shortcomings last season was their defense.
Yeah, and listen, they have some shot blocking, but as a whole, the defense lacked teeth. more than anything else, it played a part in the disappointment of last season's campaign, and it's something they'll be focusing on in the coming years.
Utah shooting 39% from the floor, at their best. He kicks to Rubio. Johnson at the elbow. Ingles in the corner. Here's the three. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Ingles has got it all tied up now for Utah.
And Joe Johnson unselfish with that play. You can call his number just about any time, but turning down a good shot for a great one, good on you, Joe.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Now, here's Rubio. Lee with the steal. Gobert with the defensive effort.
The defense was in the area, but not really effective. He has to put away this layup.
Ingles passes to Rubio. Dishes it to Hood. Gobert with a screen for Hood. Over Lee, the offensive rebound.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
Here's Hernan Gomez. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Perfect defense. Contesting without fouling, exactly what you want to do, especially deep into the paint.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Here's Ntilikina. Lee outside. Here's the teardrop. 2 points. That one goes. Lee's got 5 points now this quarter.
Lee, a good job down low. Tough to do as a guard to carve out that much room.
Johnson kicks to Hood. Here's the screen. The Jazz working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. A fader. Misses off the right iron.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
In the corner, Hardaway with it. And there's 1:45 left in the first half.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And it's Hood again missing.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Courtney Lee, one of the more reliable pros in the NBA.
That might not sound like a lot, Kevin, but coaches are always looking for consistency, things they can rely on from any given player, and Courtney Lee has done that. A two-guard that can defend, can knock down some threes, and isn't going to get outside of himself all that often.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And Brent, there aren't a lot of places quite as special as playing here in New York and on this floor. What was it like for you the first time you played against the Knicks in New York?
Unbelievable. I love getting to the big city every year. Amazing to be inside the Garden. I have to tell you, Kevin, one of my favorite things was to walk to the New York Knicks opposing team locker room and see the poster of Frank Sinatra outside the locker room. He did it his way, and we ended up doing it ours.
Now, here's Rubio. The dish to Ingles. Johnson the screen. Hood against Lee. Hood kicks to Johnson. Now, here's Ingles. Not a lot of room. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Ingles has got 5 now.
And that's about as easy as it gets. Not many guys are going to blow wide open layups at the professional level like that.
They set the pick to the paint. Here's Ntilikina. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Frank Ntilikina out of France, played pro ball in Germany, and a lot of fans in the U.S. might not be as familiar with him, but for NBA execs and scouts, that's their job. Ntilikina has a game worthy of their attention.
He's off on the first. In a draft stock with point guards, Ntilikina's court vision, Greg, might be the best of them all.
I mean, he's a true pure point guard. At the same time, a good shooter. The length to defend wings, so that versatility makes him one of the more valuable prospects.
And the second free throw, good.
And the potential that Ntilikina has is really cause to be exciting. A lengthy point guard who can run the offense well, and if he bulks up, look out for this guy.
Now here's Johnson, looking for his first basket still in this one. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. For Utah, they have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
And guys, it was just announced last season that the Jazz had transferred the team's ownership to a legacy trust intended to keep the team in Utah for generations to come. Apparently, the move is a first of its kind in major North American pro sports.
And Gobert drops them both. Greg, you look at the Jazz, that legacy trust means that all profits are reinvested right back into the team.
I mean, a tremendous move, recognizing that the team belongs to Utah and the people of Salt Lake City. This is truly a community asset.
Hernan Gomez kicks to Hardaway. They set the screen. Ntilikina, a three-pointer, no good. Outside Hood. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Two shots.
And he can't get the first one. So he comes up empty, missing both. Hardaway. No good on that one. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Jazz leading by a point. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what concerns you most about the first half?
Well, I think the tempo is in their favor right now. They're fast, and they're getting up and down the floor. So they're running out in transition.
Got to beat him to the punch. Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime
And an
Show.
exciting first half indeed. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny, the Jet, Smith, and Shaq, the Eel O'Neal. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, were trailing by 5 points. They went into attack mode in the second quarter and came from behind to jump in front here at the half, even though it's just a 1-point lead. And Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
You can see where the priorities are. Rebounding, and then more rebounding. They made a concerted effort to get the glass clean.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
They were strong in transition. Seemed like the guys fed off the higher tempo. Certainly, they definitely got the looks they wanted, playing an outstanding game. they can keep it up in the second half, they may wear the other side out.
That's it for halftime. Glad you could join us, as now we send you back to the action for the start of the third quarter.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. And on the floor for Jeff Hornacek starting the second half, Porzingis and Hernangomez are together down low. Ntilikina out there with Hardaway. And it's Lee in at the three, the small forward. Johnson the screen. Lee against Hood. That's in for his fifth field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Now here's Lee. There's the pick. Here's Hernangomez. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
And Utah has possession. The Knicks making the shot. Gobert with a screen for Ingles. Knicks with the rebound. Hernangomez has got 4 rebounds now tonight. On the wing, Lee. Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. New York moving the ball around. Here's Ntilikina. Ingles covering. Got a piece of it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Not sure, maybe the pressure of the moment got to him there. A really careless error that might ultimately cost the team.
Utah leading. Rubio with it. Johnson outside. Rubio outside. He feeds it to Hood. Gobert with a screen for Ingles. Just 4 to shoot. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Ingles has got the lead up to 3 now for the Jazz. At the top of the key, Hernangomez. Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by Johnson. Hardaway, no good. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And Gobert kicks to Hood. Gobert dishes to Rubio. Back to Gobert. On the wing, Ingles. Gobert with a screen for Ingles. Up off the screen, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Porzingis inside, defended by Gobert.
Yeah, they got to hope to turn it on soon. 1 of 4 so far, and they know they got to be better.
Rubio the pass to Gobert. Gobert the screen. And a wide open look for Hood from outside off the mark.
Yeah, tonight his shot's been a bit off, but still, they lead the game.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Lee's got 9 points.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Gobert the screen. Here's Rubio. Porzingis with the block.
Well, you can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
Here's Hood. And too long on the shot. Knicks trailed by 3. Outside Hardaway. Kicks to Lee. With some arc. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
When it comes, Brent, to the subject of intimidation, there are certain players who are just downright scary, intimidating to play against.
Insert one Rudy Gobert. I mean, has this guy in Utah not done a great job, Kevin, of manning up the middle in ways that we haven't seen for quite some time? Both him and Hassan Whiteside, along with DeAndre Jordan, those guys are pretty good down deep in the paint.
Absolutely. On the free throw, no good.
It just feels like at this point the Knicks know they need to build around Kristaps Porzingis for their future. Best player for them on both ends of the floor, as he's a great rim protector. He's very young, connecting with New York City. There's some hope there.
Now here's Lee after the miss from Joe Johnson. The offensive rebound.
You combine his massive size and then his desire to pound the glass, it makes him a tough cover on the board.
Away against Ingles. Outside Hood. Ingles in the corner. Cans it from downtown. Ingles has got 12 points in the game.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Lee outside. Pass to Ntilikina. Away against Ingles. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Rubio. Porzingis with the block. And Rubio kicks to Hood. Gobert the screen. Goes back up. And another shot. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Porzingis.
Something that maybe Joe Johnson could do more of with his size and skill. Get inside and work his way to the line.
The first free throw is good.
Well, primetime years for Joe Johnson meant ISO Joe for his ability to score one-on-one, a style of offense that's lost a little bit of its favor, but it remains effective for Joe.
And so he hits both. Knicks trail by 6. Pass to Porzingis. Lee kicks to Hardaway. Off the screen, goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Utah leading by 3. Ingles kicks to Gobert. Gobert the screen. Here's Hood. 13 points in the game. From 15 feet away, Porzingis with the block. And here's Ingles outside. Knicks trail by 3. Lee with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. Pass to Ntilikina. Kept alive. Some nice passing by New York here. Porzingis against Gobert. There's a screen. Clock at 6. And it's off the back rim. No good. Utah's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Rubio outside. Shoots from the right block. It's deflected.
It's not with extreme athleticism that Willie gets to that shot, but the anticipation and the timing, those help.
Outside, Porzingis. And here is Lee. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Hernan Gomez. A beautiful reverse layup. Hernan Gomez has got 6 points.
This is where Willie does his best work. As I say, Kevin, he's Willie good inside.
That's right, Brent. Gobert with a screen on Lee. Gobert the screen. Here's Hood. And he makes the bucket. True contact and gets the whistle, too.
And to give a ton of credit to the screener there, that was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
So far in the game, he's gone 2 for 4 from the free throw line. A different look for New York. Enes Kanter's checked in for Hernan Gomez. And it's Baker in for Tim Hardaway Jr. That free throw good from Hood. Knicks trail by 4. Here's Ntilikina. 7 points in the game. Pass to Baker. Now Porzingis. Ingles covering. Here's Ntilikina. 5 to shoot. Kanter with a screen on Johnson. Here's Ntilikina. No good on the 3.
Just can't find the bottom of the net right now. He's looking frustrated. This quarter has been a bit of a nightmare for him.
The putback.
And that's just too easy, too big, too far inside. And that's as simple as it gets.
Outside, Porzingis. Lee passes to Porzingis. To the wing on the left. Here's Baker. Ingles covering. Feeds to Kanter. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ingles. Derek Favors checked in for Utah. Alec Burks comes in for Joe Ingles. And then for New York, McDermott's checked in for Lee. And Thomas subbed in for Ntilikina. The wide open look here for Porzingis. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Porzingis has got 14 points.
Well, you knew that Doug McDermott was going to be a classic shooter when he came into the league with all those points he racked up at Creighton University. A great shooting motion, a high, quick release. And I'm just impressed with the range that he's able to fire from. Sometimes 4 or 5 feet from behind the line, no problem from Dougie McBuckets.
There's Baker following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. He dishes it to Kanter. Porzingis against Gobert. 4 on the shot clock. And Porzingis, here we go. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. And Brent with McDermott, he does have great range. It's something that defenders have to respect and is opening up more for him.
And the idea for McDermott is you cannot be a one-trick pony in this league, Kevin. So getting more comfortable at times, maybe playing with the back to the basket, moving off of screens, maybe cutting around defenders. He's going to have to show some more versatility in his offensive game to stick around.
Here is Rubio after Enes Kanter's basket. Gobert the screen. Rubio dishes to Gobert. Shoots over Kanter. Utah gets it back. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Now here's McDermott. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Porzingis kicks to McDermott. Outside Thomas. New York needs to get off a shot. Baker, no good.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
Here's Rubio. Looking for Favors. He gets it there. Good work there as it goes. And now an 8-point Utah lead.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
outside Thomas. The pass to Baker. There's a good screen. Cantor kicks to Thomas. McDermott for three. No good that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. Burks with it. Now Thomas defending. Burks, the pass to Johnson. And there's the feed to Gobert. Down low, Favors. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Porzingis. 14 points for him. McDermott kicks to Porzingis. 36 seconds left to play here in the third. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Yeah, tough with his shot so far off right now. They're going to have to tap someone else to step up until he finds it.
And Rubio kicks to Favors. Over Porzingis. Favors dishes to Rubio. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. .12 seconds left here in the third quarter. Exum passes to Favors. Over Noah. The Jazz with another miss. Baker. It's off. And so it's the Utah Jazz going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll return shortly. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. Jazz leading by 10. Exum and Burks, they're back. Favors is out there with Yarebko, and it's Mitchell in at the 3 slot. That's the group right now for Utah. Now, here's Exum. Here's Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From beyond the arc, the Knicks pull it in. Cantor's got his 3rd rebound tonight. He kicks to Thomas. New York moving the ball around. There's a screen by Cantor. Dishes it to Thomas. Passes it to Baker. He feeds it to McDermott. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Exum kicks to Favors. The dish to Burks. Pass to Mitchell from deep. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Thomas kicks to Cantor. Now here's McDermott. He's guarded closely. Thomas a screen. Kicks to McDermott. Pass to Baker. He tries for 3. Derek Favors with the rebound. Favors got his 6th rebound on the night. Exum dishes to Favors. Mitchell kicks to Burks. Feeds it to Favors. Now Exum. Inside. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found.
Here's Noah following the bucket by the Jazz. McDermott kicks to Baker.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. A different look for Utah. Rudy Gobert comes in for Jerebko. And Ricky Rubio is subbed in for Dante Exum. Porzingis, he's checked in for New York. Ntilikina comes in for Thomas. He hits the second from the line. Jazz leading by 11. Rubio the pass to Favors. He dishes it to Rubio. Mitchell kicks to Favors. The pass to Rubio. 6 to shoot. It's stolen. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Ntilikina. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the quickness of Ntilikina. I think that part of his game is underrated. He just has that quiet confidence about his abilities, and he has shown a little bit of explosiveness at getting to the rim.
And Utah has possession. The Knicks making the shot. Favors with the screen. Burks dishes to Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. Porzingis against Rubio. Off the mark and a bad shot there.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Passes it to Porzingis. Out to the wing. Cantor with a screen on Burks. Here's Baker. The teardrop falls in.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Jazz leading by 7. Mitchell passes to Gobert. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Over to the left wing. Gobert the screen. Rubio dishes to Gobert. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 3 assists now in this one. Knicks trail by 9. There's the feed to Cantor. He kicks it to McDermott. Pass to Ntilikina. Here's Porzingis. Burks covering. McDermott passes to Porzingis. Down low. Here's Cantor. Count it.
Well, this is the area where Cantor can really unleash his offensive arsenal. Difficult guy to defend inside.
And Rubio kicks to Favors. Nice ball movement by Utah. Dishes it to Mitchell. Up top, Favors. He feeds it to Rubio. Another steal. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Ntilikina. Rebound by Mitchell.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
Yeah, it reminds you of what's really important. Health, number 1. Everything else comes after that.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Jerebko's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Johnson comes in for Derek Favors. Rodney Hood's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Joe Ingles in for Burks. A different look for New York. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Enes Kanter. Lee comes in for McDermott. Hardaway is subbed in for Baker. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. He knows his team is struggling tonight from the three-point line, so he told them to go for more quality shots inside. We're shooting way too many threes, he said. No more Hail Marys. Let's get inside to the post. Back to you guys.
Just 2 to shoot. Another miss by Utah.
somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can.
Hardaway, no good.
Well, the D looks like they're laying off just a little bit. He made 1 3 in the first half, but they're still daring him to shoot, and he can't make them pay for it.
Now here's Hood. Johnson kicks to Rubio. Johnson the screen. Hood against Porzingis. And it's denied. And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
And Utah making a change here. Udo's checked in. So it's the Knicks now. Outside, Porzingis. Shoots it up. Rubio with the rebound. Rubio's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Buries it from 3-point range. Hood's got 19 points.
Just like to see the defense get more aggressive. They are asking for trouble as they're giving up open looks to this point.
Porzingis inside. Udo's there, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Udo picks one up.
Porzingis showing a little strength down low that time. You can't get upset at the D for being physical with him on that play.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Derek Favors checked in for the Jazz. So he gets them both. Here's Rubio. Outside Favors. Here's the screen. Put on the wing. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Pass to Porzingis. Lee against Hood. Pass to Ntilikina. Gomez kicks to Lee. Just 5 on the clock. New York moving it around. Ntilikina can't hit.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Moment here now for an injury report. And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Rudy Gobert. Hey, what's the news?
Hey guys, Utah's head athletic trainer gave me an update. He told me that in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious. He won't return to the game, and he may not see the floor for a couple of games afterwards so he can heal up. Kevin, definitely tough news for them.
Appreciate that, DA. Well, it's never easy for a player to go through what he's experiencing, Greg, right now.
But it is something that happens to almost every player. He's strong enough mentally to get through it. This we know.
Yeah, sometimes off the court, you work harder than you do preparing for a regular game. He'll get himself ready to go. Look forward to when he gets back on the court.
Gomez with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up.
Here's a little research I did, Kevin, on one Willie Gomez. He played for Real Madrid. And one of the better post prospects in the Spanish league. If you get a chance to watch his footwork down low, you could learn a few new dance moves.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And an interesting note to Hernan Gomez. He actually was a teammate of Porzingis back in Europe, played a part in why he wanted to come over to the States.
Well, I feel like it was a good time for him to finally make the jump, Kevin, across the pond and get over to the NBA. If Porzingis is vouching for him, and your organization is relying on Porzingis, you'd want to bring in guys that he wants to play with. And Hernan Gomez and his skill set might match up quite well with what KP brings to the table.
Utah leading by 10. Rubio dishes to Johnson. Ingles kicks to Favors. Back to Ingles. Feeds to Johnson. And there's the pass to Favors. Over Hernan Gomez. No good. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Hardaway against Ingles. Pass to Ntilikina. Off the screen. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 4th assist in this one.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Now, here's Rubio. There's the dish to Favors. At the top of the key, Hood. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Here's Ntilikina. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Rudy Gobert.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Here's Favors, and again it's Utah.
It's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
They set the pick. Outside, Porzingis. Over Johnson. New York, no good that time either. Utah leading by 13. Now, here's Rubio. Johnson the screen. And Rubio kicks to Ingles. Lock at 6. Favors sets the pick for Ingles. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Ingles has got 9 points now in just the second half.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it. Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
Utah has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Rubio with it. Hood kicks to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Utah. Favors with the screen. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Fast break, here we go. Jumps up, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
I tell you what, that wingspan that Ntilikina has is massive. His arms go on forever. Makes it really easy to pick his opponent's pocket.
It's tipped. Here's the screen. Nicked by Lee. A three from Porzingis. Good for his sixth make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Well, that's a patented move, I think, for Porzingis. Excellent with the catch and shoot.
Ingles with the screen for Rubio. Favors with the screen. Johnson kicks to Ingles. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson.
And you can tell they're ready to start celebrating a well-deserved victory here tonight.
Yeah, you can see the fans. They've already started celebrating themselves. A gutty performance.
Screen by Porzingis. On the wing, Lee. Sinks that one from the post.
These are the kind of nights you expect to see more and more. Porzingis just taking over.
And it's Utah's ball. Well, for the Jazz, they can just run out the clock. Rubio outside. And so it's Utah with the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step to becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum. Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
I think it's just staying in the defensive end, sometimes.
David, thank you as always. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.